So here I am, standing in a soggy field, staring into a puddle, wondering if I just blew my first shot at filming an air show. This was the 2025 Geneseo Airshow. The greatest show on turf. I came with a camera, a mic, and a lot of optimism. But as the planes flew by, so did my confidence. From camera settings I didn't fully understand, to a mic I forgot to turn on, to sunglasses that made my screen unreadable. I missed some key moments. I caught others by luck. And then it rained, hard. But in the end, I came away with more than I expected. And here's what I saw. I'm Bill, and this is Buffalo Air Park. Let's dive in. Alright, let's roll through what I did manage to film. It's not everything I hoped for, but hey, it's something. Starting things off with this unknown biplane. No audio, no idea what it is, but it's flying, so I pressed record. That's kinda how the day began, wide-eyed and guessing. Now this beauty. The P-51 Quicksilver, one of the best looking warbirds in the air, and I actually remember to turn on the mic for this one. Small victory. Then a quick shot of the AT-6 Texan. No audio here, but a nice moment in the sky. I got a little engine rumble on this one, and honestly, it's one of my favorite planes of all time. I wish I'd captured more, but I'll take what I can get. Now we get into the Jack Aces formation team. Three P-51 Mustangs flying tight, banking left in beautiful formation. Some of these shots came out okay. Some, well, didn't. But it was a thrill seeing them together. Here's a quick glimpse of the skydiver with the American flag. There was another one with a Canadian flag, but I missed that too. The C-47 Whiskey 7 was behind the jump, but I missed the actual drop. Still, it was a cool moment. Here's Quicksilver again, this time rolling out for a takeoff. Here's Whiskey 7 again, this time landing after the jump. No audio, but a smooth landing on that grass strip. Back to the Jack Aces for more formation passes. Some of the better footage of the day. It's almost like I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. I got lucky with the framing and audio here. It felt like redemption, until I realized my autofocus was still fighting me the whole way. And here's a rare sight. Mitsubishi A6M Zero planes taxiing out during the setup for the Torah 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 reenactment. No audio, but I just like seeing them up close and moving. Jack Aces wrapping up their show with a few passes and a landing. Great flying, and I finally remembered to adjust my white balance setting before the shot. Here's the zeros again, this time taking off. I managed to get a few clips with engine sound, definitely one of the coolest parts of the day. Okay, this next one's special. This is a Fleet Model 2 biplane flying over the field. This isn't just any antique. This one actually survived the Pearl Harbor attack in 1941 when it belonged to the KT Flying Service in Honolulu. I believe it's based here in western New York now, but don't quote me on that. Now we get into the Torah 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 show itself, smoke, pyrotechnics, and the whole reenactment of the Pearl Harbor attack. Most of the audio had to go because of background music and commentary, but it was impressive to watch. I highly recommend it. Then the Super Hornet came in hot. The U.S. Navy's FA-18F Rhino. It flew in fast, it flew in loud, and it shook the ground under my feet, not to mention the ringing in my ears after the first pass because I forgot to use my earplugs, but I had time before the second pass to get them in. This was one of the highlights of the whole day. I didn't film all of it perfectly, but I'm glad I caught what I did. After that, we get to some B-25 Mitchells. And C-47 Skytrains taxiing across the grass. No audio here, but it was great seeing them so close. one of the best surprises of the day, the flyovers of the B-25s and the C-47s. Got some engine sounds in here and even managed to keep them in frame, sort of. And finally, the skies started turning. Dark clouds rolled in, the wind picked up, and just like that, the show ended early. People scrambled for cover. I made it to my car, clothing completely soaked, and sat there for 15 minutes hoping it would pass, but the rain just got heavier. I decided it was time to leave before the grass parking lot turned into a giant mud pit. So yeah, that was my first airshow shoot. I missed the Wildcat. I missed the Helldiver. I fumbled more shots than I care to admit. But I learned a ton about camera setup, gear placement, audio, focus, framing, and just plain patience. It wasn't the video I planned, but I'm glad I stuck with it. And next time, I'll be ready. Well, more ready. Thanks for watching, and if you've got any airshow filming tips, I'm all ears. I know I'll need them. I'm Bill Riccio, and I'll see you in the next one.